Yankee Chronicle. I'm your host, Abby Peel, and today we're right back here on the porch at the New London Barn Playhouse, where you can experience an intimate, air-conditioned setting with no seat more than 30 feet from the stage. Keith Cloughlin, the Executive Artistic Director, will give us a season rundown and a look at their now year-round efforts. Kate Hanley, author of Breakfast Memories, will tell us about her personal story and its inspiration to help understand dementia. Hinman and Amy Drummond will give us a preview of the 2023 Duck Drop fundraiser in support of the local Boys and Girls Club. And we'll close with Devin Pendleton from Bradford to hear about their Independence Day celebration and summer music at the Center Meeting House. But first, a few words from another one of the underwriters that make your Yankee Chronicle possible. Please stay with us.
The American Red Cross blood supply is at historically low levels this winter, and we're facing a dangerous situation. Hospitals and patients are counting on donors to get the blood they need. Make a life-saving appointment today. Visit redcrossblood.org or call 1-800-RED-CROSS.
The Lake Sunapee region is one of the few communities in the country where you can ski year-round. During the summer season, the lake provides water skiing, fishing, swimming, and boating. During the winter, Mount Sunapee Resort, located at the south end of the lake, is one of the most popular ski and snowboard destinations in New Hampshire. The views of Lake Sunapee from the trails in Sun Bowl are spectacular. For more information about visiting our beautiful area, contact the Lake Sunapee Region Chamber of Commerce.
Welcome back to Yankee Chronicle. I'm your host, Abby Peel, coming to you from the porch at the New London Barn Playhouse. If you've never come to the porch, you must. I'm now joined by the Executive Artistic Director here at the barn, Keith Cloughlin. Hello, Keith.
Hi, Abby.
It is always this time of year that we come and we do a show right here on the porch. We do check in with you year-round now, which is fun because you've had some changes. But how are things going here in June at the New London Barn Playhouse?
Well, first and foremost, welcome and welcome back.
Yeah.
We're thrilled to be here in this moment where we celebrate the changing of the calendar and hopefully the changing of the weather as we approach the summer and the opening of the barn playhouse. We celebrate the 91st summer season of the barn and are thrilled to welcome people back to come within these hallowed walls right here on Main Street to be entertained within the barn playhouse once again.
Yeah.
And it's really exciting. We have moved from 6 senior staff, 12-month employees, to that we're just a little over 60 on our campus right now.
Off and running.
As the train leaves the station and we head for all things in the summer.
Talk about the process to get here, because I think that's always interesting. It's not just reading through a couple resumes. You actually go out and actively seek people to come and spend their summer here at the barn.
It's true. Most people recognize the height of the barn activity being the summer, but it is a full year planning and looking ahead and hiring. We actually start our casting process and our hiring process in January. And between January and April, May time period, we see over 1,000 auditions as we look for the young crop of talented artists to spend their summers here. And that's on stage and off. The acting intern company that everybody sees on stage are talented folks from all over the country, but our tech staff, our administrative staff, it is a thorough and exciting process to search for those young people who will spend their summers here in New London.
Running right now is the 25th annual Putnam County Spelling Bee, which is a first for the barn. Talk about that as the performance on the main stage right now.
Just so excited to produce this work. It is the first time that it appears at the barn, and I often describe the 25th annual Putnam County Spelling Bee
it's not going to fit on the marquee.
a riotously fun, but also very touching and heartwarming production. You will be immersed in the throwback feeling of the elementary school spelling bee, and you meet some interesting characters who go through this year's spelling bee, but also some wonderful touching moments and potentially some audience participation of bringing some spellers onto the stage
Very
with
fun.
us. It's just filled with laughter and some joy and just a wonderful way to start our summer season.
Coming up next is Guys and Dolls.
Guys and Dolls, the classic that was last produced on the Barn stage in 2011.
Okay.
And I'm very excited to welcome it back. Actually, in 2011, I co-choreographed that production with my wife, and so glad to bring it back. It's just one of those staples in the repertoire of Broadway musical theater,
Yes.
and it's a wonderful bring back to the Barn stage.
That must feel good. Talk about the next one, which is the 1 week play, and it's very unique this year because it is not only a 1 week play, but a one actor.
It is. So I recognize that when people see on the list of shows Fully Committed, I'm not quite sure what is this show Fully Committed. Well, Fully Committed is set in the basement of a 5-star New York City restaurant, and you meet Sam, an out-of-work actor who is manning the reservation line. He is the reservationist for this 5-star restaurant. But the unique thing about Fully Committed is that this performance is done by one actor. So not only is he playing Sam, the reservationist, but he does all of the characters that you meet.
Crazy.
All of the voices that call in, the chef, the maitre d'. This actor will navigate the gauntlet of nearly 40 different characters. And so as an audience member, not only are you exposed to the craziness of this basement of this restaurant and all the characters that are introduced, but seeing this actor navigate with such skill and humor all of these many characters that come into play.
Amazing. So that hits us to the middle of July, which is crazy to think about, which is about the middle of the season. Talk about the next 3 that take you to the end of the summer season here.
Well, we hit our stride and we hit those points in July in the height of the summer, and we have some wonderful things to present at the Barn. For the first time at the Barn, Beautiful, the Carole King musical, which is based on the life of Carole King, from her at young age to the musical icon that we know, and it features all of the library of repertoire of Carole King's works.
Amazing.
And I have to tell you, I mean, many people know Carole King and her music, but she wrote so many incredible tunes, and so this entire show is all her music.
Fabulous.
We move into The Wedding Singer, which is based on the rom-com with Adam Sandler and Drew Barrymore.
A New Hampshire native.
Yes. And is just gonna also be just so much fun. Music, choreography, characters, set in the 80s, so a little throwback nostalgia.
The costumes will be good.
Hair and costumes all featuring that, but is just a fun time from start to finish.
That will be.
And then we wrap our season with a musical performance that is called Lady Day at Emerson's Bar and Grill, and features Billie Holiday in one of her final performances.
Yep.
So Billie Holiday music that I often say is wonderful to celebrate that musical icon.
Sure.
But also really sometimes touching but disheartening, and sometimes crazy to sort of watch where this woman was at this point in time in her career, as a really wonderful way to wrap our season.
Fantastic. And then it's September, and can you believe it? It's another 91st summer season is in the chapter books.
And you know what's interesting now is normally we would say close the doors and see you next May, but the Barn, by I'll say appreciation to Capital Campaign and our new facilities, allows the Barn to still exist here and be present in New London and the surrounding area.
Fantastic.
In the Fleming Center. And so if you haven't checked out, you want to keep an eye out for the fall and spring activities, education programs, performances, comedy night, jazz quartet, performances. So I appreciate and am grateful for those that visit this porch and the Barn in the summer.
Sure.
But the Barn is not going to go away. This Barn is going to still be very prevalent in our community in featuring the arts and arts education to our community 12 months out of the year.
Fantastic. So the barn itself goes to sleep, but an exciting new venture happening at the Filming Center. And all that information is available on your website.
Yes.
Yes.
nlbarn.org.
Love it.
And obviously to calling into our box office. Hoping that you will join us in the exciting summer months, but also keeping an eye out for things that are happening all year long.
Very exciting, just getting started, but I know it goes by quick. So thank you for joining me, Keith Cloughlin, the Executive Artistic Director here at the Barn Playhouse.
Thank you. So excited to see people on the porch.
Yes, let's do it. It's early in the season and tickets to most shows are still available. Fun is at hand. On another front, next, Kate Hanley will join us to tell of her new book and the inspiration for it. First, these words from another YCN underwriter.
We all want our kids to grow up safe and healthy, so we show them how, and we tell them with honest conversations that let them know what we expect. That's especially important when it comes to alcohol and other drugs. Kids need to know the dangers and how to avoid them. And when it comes to pain medications, opioids, they need to know that they should never be taken without a prescription and never shared with friends or family. It's dangerous and illegal. So talk with your kids, because when you talk, they hear you.
This program is supported by H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating. Their full-service model offers oil delivery, propane, motor fuels with design, installation, service, and maintenance of all types of oil, gas, and alternative energy systems, as well as air conditioning, water conditioning systems, and backup generators. Their highly trained and friendly staff will assist you throughout the process of buying, installing, and servicing a full line of energy products. H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating.
Welcome back to Yankee Chronicle. I'm your host, Abby Peel. There are so many sad stories about dementia and related afflictions. Let's hear from Kate Hanley, author of Breakfast Memories, and how she turned to her lemons to make lemonade. Hi, Kate.
Hi, and thank you. So my memoir, Breakfast Memories, a Dementia Love Story, is a story of love and a love story. It's the story of my mom and dad, and my dad's creative, amazing ability to try and conquer, once he found out that there was no pharmaceutical medicine for dementia and knew his wife was suffering, the woman that he had been married to for 65 years, the light of his life, actually the chandelier in every room, he took it upon himself to find a way so that she would remember his love for her within her soul. As a believer of faith, hope, and love, and the greatest of these is love, my dad built within my mom's soul almost a chess game where his biggest opponent in life was dementia, a man 75 years old, and his wife suffering from dementia was the hardest thing he had to accept. And so within her soul, he played chess against dementia, knowing that he would win. He took pawns and bishops and knights and built a fortress of love inside of her soul so that when he passed, she would remember him. And so as my story evolves, his amazing creativity, I found 1 year after he passed, when we were cleaning out his house, that every day his approach, his medicine to fight his wife's dementia so that she would always remember and love him, was he wrote a breakfast napkin to her every morning. Again, I found these when I was cleaning out my parents' house 1 year after he died, and my mom was still alive and down living next to me in a senior care center. Here's one of the napkins he wrote. Tomorrow, I lay in the darkness, unable to open the curtain to sleep, thinking of you and yesterday, bound by a fear that you might not be near when I need you tomorrow. And then he wrote beautiful. That was a poem of darkness because he was very sad. But then he also wrote beautiful, beautiful poetry that was not sad. And your eyes tell me, be mine of you, remind me of you, communicate all of you that you are to me and yesterday, and love me forever. Every morning he wrote her a beautiful napkin. So as my story evolves, and I found these napkins, we found, in fact, that he did win, because as the terrible disease of dementia progressed and my mom lost her memory, it was very, very hard on my 7 brothers and sisters and I. And what we found is that when we reintroduced the napkins to her, he won. He beat dementia checkmate at its own game. And so that is my story. It is Breakfast Memories, a dementia love story. And I do know that there is no cure still for dementia or for Alzheimer's, but that research is helping. CureAlzheimer's.org is a wonderful, wonderful resource that is investigating more and more research on dementia and Alzheimer's. So thank you, and for all the caregivers who are out there, this book is a book of hope. This book is a book to say, you showed up. You weren't hired to do this job. You didn't apply. But the moment you were born, you were selected. So please continue to show up and have hope that you are making a difference. Thank you. So the book is available, I'm really proud to say, because it's really the story of my mom and dad. It's available at Amazon.com. It's available through me, KateHanleyAuthor.com, and anywhere that you buy books.
Not a topic that we like to talk about because it can hit too close to home. If it has for you, Gail Matthews does a weekly informative column in the Innertown Record that might help. When we come back, we'll hear about the plans for the 2023 duck drop at Mount Sunapee Resort. But first, these words from the good folks that make our communities the great places they are, the businesses that support YCN, and other organizations you know and love.
Prescription drug pricing points to corporate
Freedom of the press is about your right to know. It's about your right to be informed. Today, there are real threats to press freedom.
Reaching residential areas.
And your right to know about the world around us. We must protect our right to know, no matter what kind of news is important to you. Before it's too late. Understand the threats. ProtectPressFreedom.org.
This program is supported by Main Street Bookends of Warner. For books, toys, games, cards, gifts, and a gallery of local art. Main Street Bookends of Warner.
Welcome back to your Yankee Chronicle. I'm your host, Abby Peel. We don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves, but there is a great fall event you might want to put on your calendar. Let's now hear about the 2023 Duck Drop.
Thank you, Abby. It's great to be back here at Mount Sunapee, the home of the 7th annual Duck Drop, coming up on October 8th. It's a Sunday this year, and we are very excited to host another wonderful event here at Mount Sunapee, our partner. It's just a glorious day, fun for all ages. Joining me now is Rand Hinman, Director of Sales at the Granite Group, Sink and Spout.
Thanks, Amy. It's a real pleasure to be a sponsor of the Duck Drop, the 7th year. We joined the organization the first year and have had a level of sponsorship for every year. This event is just a great day. It's a way to raise a lot of money for the organizations, for the Boys and Girls Club of Central New Hampshire, as well as for Concord. And over the last several years, we've raised over $500,000 for the organization. So For the Granite Group and Sinking Spout, what's important for us is that next generation, that we can help provide local children in the central New Hampshire area a safe environment to go to after school or in the summertime.
What do we do with the funds? We have, let's see here, countless clubs in the Lake Sunapee area, looking at Warner, New London, Andover, even in Sutton, and all the funds raised at this awesome event go towards scholarshiping those kids into our programs. So the Boys and Girls Club is a program that focuses a lot on elementary school and up children. And some of our sites, we actually serve kids as young as 6 weeks old. It's an after-school program. We also offer summer camps and daily after-school programs as well. When the kids first get to the Boys and Girls Club, they're welcomed in by the staff. Then we have a quick little snack time where we feed all the kids a nice, healthy, nutritious snack. We'll sit them all down, we'll do some homework, and then we'll break off and we'll do structured activities, ranging from arts and crafts to gym games to fun activities outside as well. If anybody's interested in learning more about the Boys and Girls Club, they can always stop in at any one of our clubs to learn more, or they can check us out online.
To be able to learn, to be able to build their skills, and more importantly for us, we're a local company in Concord, New Hampshire. And what's really important for us is to be able to develop good workforce, right? And by this effort, we think that the future is in helping these children become successful in life.
And on behalf of the Boys and Girls Club Central New Hampshire, I just want to thank North Cape Design and their team, along with Mount Sunapee, for hosting this great event yet again. And if you haven't been, bring your family. It's for all ages, and it's one of the most fun and unique events we do. And I encourage you to join us this year. And again, if you haven't been to this event, I say it's unique because it truly is. When you hear of a duck drop, you think you're dropping the duck in the water in the river and you pick a winner at the end. That is not the case here. At the Sunapee Duck Drop, we ride the lift up the mountain and you drop your duck on targets, up to 24 targets. And at the end, we draw winners out of those, whoever's the closest. You could win anything from $500 cash to getaways to Lego packages. So it's fun for all the family. Make sure you bring everyone, enjoy a good time, age toddler and up. Duck Drop.
So tell us more, Rand, about your company and what you provide.
So the Granite Group is a company that's located 6 Store Street. We're a 150-year-old company. We have 15 Bass showrooms throughout New England, and we have 57 wholesale locations. We sell plumbing, heating, cooling products to contractors, builders, homeowners, and to commercial accounts as well too, like Mount Sunapee. We employ over 675 employees, and our 15 showrooms located throughout New England are really a resource for consumers and homeowners to come visit us to learn more about their products and really to select the right products. Today there's a lot of options to be able to go to purchase products, whether it be from the internet or the big box stores. But for us, having local showrooms where consumers can come with their builder or plumbing contractor to make product selections is the best way to do for customers to be able to select the right products. I want to thank North Cape. I want to thank Amy and Brett for 7 years of putting this event together to be able to raise funds. And for us at the Granite Group to be able to partner with a good customer of ours to really help to booster this event is really meaningful for us as an organization.
Thank you so much, Rand. It's a pleasure to work with you year after year on this event. And again, if your company would love to be involved in this incredible event, check out the website. It has all the information there, and get in touch with me and we'll get you all set up and a part of our wonderful event. And just a reminder all, the event is coming up on October 8th, Sunday. It's going to be a glorious weekend. Check out our website at www.nhduckdrop.com for all the most up-to-date information on all the awesome prizes that our sponsors will be putting together and to purchase your ducks. Hope to see you soon.
Our businesses are so good at providing support to the causes we all feel near and dear to our hearts. Thank them when you visit, and do visit. When we return, we'll get a rundown of the happenings for this summer in Bradford, especially a preview of their return of the Independence Day celebration. But first, these messages from another one of our Yankee Chronicle underwriters.
When it comes to vaping, the truth can get clouded. So let's make it clear. Vaping is not safe for youth.
Because vaping can put microscopic particles into your lungs.
And dangerous things like metals into your body.
And nicotine, which can harm a person's brain development through their mid-20s.
With appealing flavors, high nicotine levels, and lots of promotion on social media.
Many kids think vaping is harmless, but it's not.
So talk to your kids about the risks of vaping.
Because when you talk, they hear you.
This program is supported by Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer and mailer located in New London, New Hampshire since 1997, with roots going back much further as the country press, AccuMail, and the home of the Kearsarge shopper. Echo Communications.
Welcome back to your Yankee Chronicle. I'm Abby Peel. It is so great to see all of the venues reopen after COVID-19 with great lineups of events, concerts, and theaters. Let's head down to Bradford for an update of some of the events that you don't want to miss. Hi, Devin.
Thanks, Abby. I'm here on East Main Street in Bradford in front of the community garden. It's across from the Bradford Historical Society. It's a beautiful spot and it's open to the public to use. We'll also be having our 4th of July celebration in this area. On Saturday, July 1st, we'll kick off the celebration with the 5K that starts in front of the town hall. The Bradford Community Church will also be hosting their fair from 8 to noon. And then in the evening, we'll be closing down this portion of East Main Street in front of this beautiful garden and the Historical Society for a celebration. The Bradford Country Squares will be dancing in the street with a demo and dancing. We have ice cream sundaes from Parks and Rec. And then starting at 9, we have Nick's other band that'll be playing on the Historical Society lawn. And then at 9 o'clock, we'll have our fireworks. We have lots of great things going on in Bradford, like our summer music series at the Bradford Center Meeting House. Starting on July 9th, we'll kick it off with a concert by the Kearsarge Community Band and an ice cream social. On Friday, July 21st, Nick's other band will be there from 6 to 8 p.m. On Saturday, August 12th, at 7:30 p.m. is the Letvin Classical Concert. And on Saturday, August 26th, is North River Bluegrass at 4 p.m. Starting July 10th will be our swimming lessons that take place at French's Park, and they're run through the YMCA out of Concord. For up-to-date happenings here in Bradford, follow us on Facebook at the Bradford, New Hampshire Parks and Recreation.
Like perennials, we make our annual visit to Spring Ledge Farm in New London. Our next replay of Game of the Week is boys basketball as Stevens visits Newport. All of our games replay at noon and 7 p.m. on Sundays and Mondays, and you can check out ycnnow.com for the most up-to-date schedules and on-demand viewing of all of our shows. I want to thank the good folks here at the New London Barn Playhouse, where their mission is to enrich and entertain our community with one of the highest quality theaters created by talented, emerging artists in collaboration with accomplished professionals. They are another great business that supports your Yankee Chronicle. I'm Abby Peel. Please join us again next week at the same time for another edition of Yankee Chronicle.